Why do you open the door to narcissistic people? Why do you allow this narcissistic evil into your life? One of the possible reasons is because you have not yet clearly defined or understood evil and what evil is in this world and how evil narcissism and narcissistic abuse is. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Before I continue, I want to let you know that I'm here for your support. I do take one-on-one appointments. You can schedule down through the description box. In addition to that, I'm teaching a class this Sunday to help you understand and process narcissistic abuse, heal from it, and make sure it never happens again in your life. All right? Now, we're talking about why it is you allow narcissists into your life, why you allow narcissistic evil, that is, and narcissism is in fact evil. Narcissists represent evil. Why would I say that? That's judgmental, Kevin. No, it's not. The foundation of a narcissistically abusive relationship is that of lies, manipulation. It's chaos. It's controlling. It's frustrating. It's abusive. There's no peace. It's evil. Even the seductive parts of it are still confusing and lying and manipulating. It is evil. This is why you can clearly see that narcissism represents evil in your life. But now the question is why? Why is it allowed? Why, oftentimes when you know the relationship is unhealthy, you know it's teetering in that evil territory, why do you hang on? One of the possible answers for this that I'll explore with you is because you have not clearly defined that evil, what it means, what it represents, and this can go back to your childhood. Maybe you were raised and brought up in a very abusive home with an overbearing father, a belligerent mother, abusive brothers and sisters and siblings, perhaps even sexually assaulted by cousins or other family members. And at the young age of a child, being between the ages of 5 and 12, you didn't have the wherewithal to process and understand what you were experiencing. You didn't have a meaning for it. You didn't know why. You had no answers for what was happening to you. You just went through the motions. And now it's the parent's responsibility. It's a family's responsibility to guide you and to instruct you and say, this is wrong, this is evil, this should not be happening, and then teach you and show you how to stop it and stop it themselves. But oftentimes in abusive, dysfunctional homes, you don't have that. It's swept under the rug. You're given no answers, no guidance. You're told to shut up and eat it and just bury it, and you live with it. And as a result, you live with that narcissistic evil that you've experienced as a child all of your life. Then when you become an adult, subconsciously, even though you've buried those memories, subconsciously, you recognize that narcissistic evil, that same aggressiveness, that temperament. You recognize it in somebody else, and it intrigues you. Maybe you're not sure why. Because it's familiar. Maybe it goes back to your childhood, and it reminds you of the things you never had answers for, you never assigned a meaning to. And so you get involved, and you know it's unhealthy. And right away, the aggressiveness, the abusiveness, the control, the forcefulness. And it takes you back to that place. But this time, you're thinking to yourself, I'm older now, so maybe I can figure out the meaning. What does this mean? Is this a good person, or is it a bad person? Is it my fault? Is it their fault? Worse than that, you're thinking, well, maybe I can fix them and I can make them love me. Why? Because that way you can assign love to the horrible experience you had as a child. That's what really fixing these relationships could be about, is you figuring out a way for you to assign love as a meaning to horrible things that you experienced. So you don't have to look back and say, that was evil. I have an evil family that does evil things and sweeps it under the rug. It's easier to say, oh no, I was able to fix it and they weren't evil. I just didn't know how to make them be loving about it. I didn't know how to fix it then, but now I do. No, the problem is in this toxic relationship you're in as an adult, you realize that your love isn't good enough. It doesn't fix anything, does it? And so you're broken again, faced with the same thing. There's no answer, there's no meaning. And here I am right now giving you the meaning. The meaning is that it's evil and that evil exists and that evil is narcissistic and it's chaotic. and it's destructive and it's forceful and it's aggressive. And there is no answer as to why it does what it does. It just is. There's no answer as to why killers kill people. There's no answer as to why thieves break in and steal. There's no reason or rhyme for these things. And what I'm telling you right now is what your family was responsible for telling you and teaching you. Because all you need to know is that you have to become responsible yourself. You carry the burden as an adult to recognize the signs of narcissistic evil and to put up your defenses. You have to learn how to be a judge in this life, to judge other people quickly. Who are they? What do they want? It's up to you to protect yourself. And this is what you're supposed to learn growing up. Just that evil exists. And that's the harsh reality of it. And I hope by now you're able to more clearly define evil and what it is, even if that means you have to look back at your parents and say evil, your brothers, evil, your cousins, evil. And it's okay. Don't be ashamed. I've had to do that. I've had to come to terms with this myself. That's the only way to be able to say that's what that is, and I have to live my life differently now. Listen, I want to continue on with this, but I don't want you to wait for narcissistic people and for evil to tell you what to do and to go no contact with you without you first making the decision to turn away from evil. Whatever narcissistic person that is in your life, watch this video right here. I talk about the importance of you being the one to go first. You going no contact first. You getting rid of the narcissistic evil person first. My name is Kevin, and I'll be back with more videos for you right here on The Royal We.